Welcome back, Crunch Fam, to another deep dive. You know what to do. Like, comment, share.
All that good stuff.
Subscribe to the channel so you can keep those brainy vibes flowing.
Absolutely.
Today we're talking about, you ready for this?
Hit me.
$100 million mystery.
Ooh, that's a big one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We've got a dump mountain of marijuana
Okay.
found stashed in a California warehouse. And nobody knows who it belongs to.
Oh, buddy.
So this all started in Oak Hills, California.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know, is like this kind of high desert area.
Yeah.
So picture this brand new warehouse,
Right.
just built. Looks pretty ordinary from the outside. But then people start to notice a certain aroma. Yeah.
Huh.
And the neighbors, being the awesome neighbors they are, decide to report this suspicious smell to the authorities.
Good neighbors.
Right. So the authorities show up.
Yeah.
They open up this warehouse. And they're hit with a wall of, well, we can all guess, right? It is a 4,800 square foot space.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely packed.
With marijuana.
But it's not just like a couple of plants. We're
Wow.
talking 3,000
3,000 what?
trash bags.
Trash bags full of marijuana.
Marijuana. Weighing a total of 45 tons.
45 tons. That's wild.
It took 51 truckloads to move it all.
I can't even imagine.
It's hard to wrap your head around that much marijuana. But here's the kicker.
What's that?
When the detective was asked about the owner,
Okay.
all he said was, quote, "Not at this time."
Wait, so they have no leads
Nope.
on who this marijuana belongs to?
It's baffling.
You would think someone would come forward by now,
Exactly.
especially with that much at stake.
That's $100 million just sitting there.
Well, not anymore again.
Right,
but-
it's in police custody now.
Yeah,
But that's what makes this case so intriguing.
definitely.
Like, I've got to know, who's behind this?
And where is all this marijuana going?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Was it all headed to illegal dispensaries?
That's what the detective's wondering, too. He thinks it could be connected to something bigger.
Maybe like a wider distribution network across the U.S.?
It's possible. And I think that's where things start to get really interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
Because you've got to remember, California is a state where marijuana is legal.
Yeah, both medicinally and recreationally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on the surface, it seems like there wouldn't be a need for a black market.
You would think that, right?
Really?
But that's not always the case.
So you're saying even in a legal market,
Mm-hmm.
a black market can still thrive.
It absolutely can.
How so?
Well, for one thing, think about the economics.
Okay.
Black market operators don't have to deal with all the taxes and regulations.
That legal businesses do,
Exactly, so they can undercut prices.
which makes them more appealing to certain buyers.
You sure?
And what about the products themselves? Is there a difference between what's available on the black market versus the legal market?
That's another factor. You might find products on the black market
Oh,
that
yeah.
aren't available through legal channels. Certain strains of marijuana, or products that haven't gone through the same testing and safety regulations.
So there's a risk involved.
Definitely.
But I guess for some people, it's a risk they're willing to take.
Especially if it means getting a better price or a specific product.
That makes sense. And then there's the whole anonymity factor.
Right, some people just prefer to stay under the radar.
Even if what they're doing is legal.
It's a privacy thing.
So even with legalization, there are still reasons why a black market would exist.
And this case could be a prime example.
It really highlights the complexity of this issue. It's not just a simple black and white, legal versus illegal situation.
There are so many shades of gray.
So let's bring it back to our mystery warehouse and the missing owner.
What are your thoughts on that?
I have no idea. I mean, part of me wants to believe it's something, like, totally out there.
Okay, like what?
Like, maybe it's
Oh,
a super forgetful entrepreneur
Mm-hmm.
who just, like, totally spaced on their $100 million stash.
$100 million is a lot to forget about.
I know, right? Or maybe it's, like, some elaborate prank gone wrong.
A prank
Mhm.
with 45 tons of marijuana.
Could be the ultimate prank.
That's one way to put it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I know those are far-fetched. But I gotta have some fun with it.
I get it.
But you're probably thinking it's something a lot more grounded.
Well, let's be realistic. This operation was clearly sophisticated, and whoever's behind it went to great lengths to stay anonymous.
So you're leaning towards
Yeah.
something more organized,
Possibly.
like organized crime.
It's a possibility we can't rule out.
Or maybe
Yeah.
someone trying to circumvent the legal market.
To avoid taxes and regulations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maximize their profits.
It's a high-risk, high-reward game.
And this case is a perfect illustration of that. It's not just about a big pile of weed, it's about the bigger picture, the complexities of the marijuana industry.
The legal market, the black market,
All of it.
it raises questions about the unintended consequences of legalization,
And how we can create a system that effectively regulates this industry.
while also minimizing the potential for a thriving black market.
It's a tough balance to strike,
It is.
but it's a conversation we need to have.
Absolutely.
So Crunch Fam, we've gone on a deep dive
Yeah.
into a $100 million marijuana mystery with no clear answers in sight. But hopefully it sparked some thought-provoking questions.
And highlighted the challenges of navigating this evolving industry.
Now we want to hear from you. What are your theories? Who do you think is behind this massive stash? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending deep dives. Until next time, Crunch Fam.
Stay curious.